Okay guys, welcome to probably one of my ballsiest videos I've ever made about Attack on Titan. So I made another video saying that I'm a multi-shipper in almost every series I watch. And for some reason, I feel like people don't think that's that common because people fight each other so insanely online over which ship they're loyal to. And to me, that's just silly because I usually ship both. And I'm like, guys, we can be nice to each other. It's not that deep. So I'm going to show you my multi-ship of Attack on Titan that literally got me so much heat the last time I talked about it. But I'm back again, and I'm better than ever. Just kidding. If you've been following me for any amount of time, like literally at all, I talk about it like at least once a week, you know I am the #1 EREMIKA shipper. I think this is my favorite ship, like literally of any series, and that for some reason gets hate too. Maybe just because Eren was pretty hostile, but to me it's just so much more complex than that. They're just, oh, don't even get me started. Like these guys made me become a fanfic girl, like literally. Okay, we don't even have to get into that. All I have to say is, like, of all of the shows I've ever seen, this is my favorite couple ever. Like, I am obsessed with these guys, which is why it's so funny to me because, like, even being a multi-shipper, I can be like, I prefer this one over this one, but I understand both. And in this is one of those instances for sure because this is my #1. But my biggest thing is that Eren did everything he did so that his friends would live a long, happy life, right? He didn't want them to just sit crying by his grave, grieving him all their lives. He said maybe like 10 years, which I also don't think for the ship that I also ship, this is impossible. I don't think that Mikasa would have moved on right away, and I'm not expecting that of her. I feel like that's one of the biggest arguments is they're like, Eren didn't want that. But also in his heart of hearts, even though he was sad he was dying, he knew he didn't want Mikasa to be alone. It just broke his heart to think about it, and I think it would break Mikasa's heart to think about it. So I think after a lot of time, maybe even in her like 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s, this is where I'm a multi-shipper. Jean and Mikasa. And people come for me so hard for that. They're like, you're not an EREMIKA shipper if you like JEANKASA. I just disagree because I really respect what Eren wanted for Mikasa, and I think it's sad for her to spend the rest of her life sad and alone. I think it's sad. And maybe some of my personal, like, real life beliefs come into that in the fact that I think that it is sad to be single all your life if you could be in a happy romantic relationship. I guess maybe because I am married to someone I really love, it's hard for me to imagine the characters I love never getting that. But granted, I also don't hate people that hate JEANKASA. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, I get it because I am most loyal to these guys. So, like, if it is completely wrong of me to think that she should end up happy in the end, I mean, I don't think it is, but I'd be open to hearing about it if it's done nicely. But yeah, my only flaw with JEANKASA is the afterlife, because I want Mikasa to be with him in the afterlife, for sure. And if she had kids with him, she'd be leaving all of them. So that's the only place that I'm willing to say JEANKASA maybe never happened, but I'm not against it. And maybe that makes me horrible, but let me know what you think and do it kindly. If you don't, I'll be deleting it. It's not that deep. It's just a TV show that I care very much about. But yeah, just make sure you're kind, and I would love to hear other multi-shippers' thoughts as well.